Dear students, I am Dr. Josna Shisagar, Assistant Professor, Department of Genetics and Plant Breeding. In a last lecture, we are discussing the uh, somatic embryogenesis, and in today's lectures, we are discussing the artificial or synthetic seed production. How to produce the artificial seed or synthetic seed? We are discussing in this lecture. Artificial seed are the living seeds like a structure which are made experimentally by a technique where a somatic embryoids derived from a plant tissue culture are encapsulated by a hydrogel, and such encapsulated embryoids behave like true seeds if grow in a soil and can be used as a substitute of natural seeds. This is the artificial seed or the synthetic seed. Many fruits crop are difficult to multiply by a conventional propagation method and improve through a traditional breeding program. Among the innovative techniques of micropropagation, the concept of somatic embryogenesis with a synthetic seed production or the artificial seed technology is very promising. The synthetic seed, it is a living seed like a structure derived from a somatic embryos in vitro culture after encapsulation by a hydrogel is called as synthetic seed. Synthetic seed is referred to as encapsulated somatic embryos which functionally mimic seeds and can develop into the seedlings under the suitable condition. Such seeds are encapsulated by the protective gel like a calcium alginate and sodium alginate to prevent the damage caused by microbes and desiccation. Then this is some introduction about the artificial seed or the synthetic seed. This term is coined by Murashig in the year 1977. This is some synonymous words like manufactured seeds, synthetic seed, or the synseeds. The synthetic seed is an artificially encapsulated somatic embryo, shoots, buds, or any other meristematic tissues that can be used as a functional mimic seeds for sowing, possessing the ability to convert into a plant under in vitro or ex vitro conditions and can be stored. This is say that era in the year 2000 et al. From year 2000, Taha et al. 2008. This is the somatic embryo encapsulated with the some gel, hydrogel, and this is the growth of the somatic embryo, and this is the whole growth of the plant, that's embryos. Then some types of the synthetic seeds are: first one is the encapsulated desiccated, and one is the second one is the encapsulated hydrolyted. First report on synthetic seed production published by Kitto and Janiks in the year 1982 in a carrot crop. Then somatic embryo is hardened to withstand desiccation before the encapsulation. Desiccation tolerance can be achieved by slowly decreasing relative humidity, then rapidly by underselling the petri dish for overnight to dry, and third one is the maturation medium with a high somatic potential and the low temperature, nutrient deprivative, and last one is the ABA and the jasmonic acid this coating with a protective and nutritive layer. Means you provide the coating to the embryo, a somatic embryo. It is a protective work as a protective or provide the nutrient to the plantlet. Second one is the encapsulated hydrated. Then Redenberg in the year 1984 developed a hydrogel encapsulation of somatic embryos of alfalfa and patented in the year 1988. Coating agents used in hydrated encapsulation is the agar, sodium alginate, potassium alginate, sodium pectate, sodium alginate with a carboxymethyl cellulose, gelatin, gelrite, gorum gum, then tragacanthus gum, etc. tested as hydrogel. Sodium alginate mostly used, and sodium alginate and calcium salt combination is the best example for hydrated encapsulation. Then this is the flow chart or the flow diagram of a production of synthetic seed. Firstly, you take a callus or then get the somatic embryo and then isolated embryo and mix with the alginate solution. Then encapsulated embryos are collected and then 30 to 100 calcium nitrate sodium is used for the capsulation, and then testing of embryos to plant is converted, and then it is a transfer after growing the whole plant. It is a transfer into the greenhouses, then bed to vermiculite, then after germinating the leaflets and then transfer to the beds to vermiculite, and then germination observed, and then plantlets are put into the pots. This is the whole procedure of the synthetic seed production. Then hydrogel encapsulation techniques is the mostly successful and widely accepted approach to synthetic seed production, in which these are the some another methods. Single layered synthetic seed, it is the simplest way. Some principles behind this method is the principle is the formation of round and firm calcium alginate beads due to an ion exchange process between sodium and calcium. The size of beads depends upon the pipette of nozzles or the diameter of the pipette nozzle. Gel matrix composition are affect the conversion performance of the encapsulated tissues. This is the chemical compositions of the hydrogel encapsulation technique. It is a simple bead formation. It is a cross link solution. It's having the calcium alginate, and you add sodium alginate and your somatic embryos. This is the diagram or the picture of artificial seed. You prepared a artificial seed coat, and then this is the artificial endosperm, and this is the somatic embryos, and this is the artificial seed coat. It is a hydrogel. Then procedure of or for the production of artificial seeds are the encapsulation of single somatic embryos. Then next one is the suspension of somatic embryos mixed in a 0.5 to 5% sodium alginate, and then embryo loaded alginate gel drop wise. And next one is the 100 solution of calcium chloride. You take 100 ml of solution of calcium chloride. Then again a formation of calcium arginate beads or the capsules. It's contained somatic embryos, and then rising throughoutly without soft water or the tap water. Rinse thoroughly with the soft water or the tap water for the 40 minutes, and then immerse in a monovalent cation solution, potassium nitrate, and these beads generally swell and split with 6 hours if sowing in humid condition. Then after that you put your seeds in a culture medium, and you get the plant from greenhouse and fill plantlets. Then you see the procedure of the synthetic seed preparation in a picture. First diagram is the explants are sucked with the pipette together with the quota of the sodium alginate. Then second diagram is the a drop of the sodium alginate containing an explant is going to be released in a complexing solutions. And then C is the synthetic seeds during the hardening in a calcium chloride solution, alginate, calcium alginate. Then D is the synthetic seed after recovery and washing from the complexing solutions. Then E to H, example of germination, conversion to shoot of ornamental plants, synthetic seed made with the axillary buds or the segmental nodes. Then encapsulation method for synthetic seed is the first one is the dropping procedure. In these procedures, the most useful encapsulation system, it is the most useful encapsulated system. Drip 2 to 3% sodium alginate drops from at the tip of the funnel, and the sodium and somatic embryos are inserted. Then keep the encapsulated embryos complex in a calcium salt for 20 minutes, and then rinse the capsules in a water and then store in a airtight container. And this is the procedure of preparation of synthetic seed. Then this is this is the continuation of the single layered synthetic seed. Then explant suck with a pipette with the sodium alginate, and drop of the sodium alginate containing an explant released in the complexing solution. Synthetic seed during the hardening in the sodium alginate solution, and the synthetic seeds after recovering and washing from the complexing compounds. And this is the procedure, and this is the pictures of a synthetic seed. Then second one is the double layered synthetic seed and the hollow beads. A single layered beads is again coated with the sodium alginate solution, followed by dropping in a sodium alginate, and double encapsulation by a better protection. How the beads? Hollow beads. Here plant materials is suspended in a solution having a carboxymethyl cellulose and calcium chloride, and dropping into the stirring sodium alginate solutions. Then in table 4 you see the encapsulation for the synthetic seed, which gels are used. sodium alginate with the gelatin, carrageenan, locust bean gum, and gillerite. These some gels are used, and complexing agents like calcium salt, calcium chloride, potassium chloride, ammonium chlorides, and the concentration is sodium alginate to calcium chloride is 3200, and sodium alginate to calcium chloride 3200. Carrageenan is to potassium chloride or ammonium chloride is a 500. Then this is the some examples of the artificial seeds. This C1 is the artificial seed encapsulated in the 2.5% sodium alginate and germinating artificial seeds. Then artificial production and plant conversion. In vitro propagation for encapsulation through the somatic embryo, axillary buds, adventitious buds or the shoot tips. Then for some crops, for examples, some crops like papaya, somatic embryos occurs in papaya, brinjal, mango, carrot, sandalwood, brassica, alfalfa, lettuce, celery. Axillary buds or adventitious bud, some artificial seeds like beeches, citrus and pineapple. Then shoot tip, for examples banana, cardamom, apple, kiwi fruits. Then this is the plantlet regeneration from the encapsulated shoot tip of guava. Then this is the short term storage and regeneration plantlet from the encapsulated PLBS. This is an example of some crop, and this interference means what? The encapsulation of Decifloria PLBS is a promising tool for storage and on demand supply of a plant material for propagation and germination exchange. 8% degree is ideal for 60-day storage of encapsulated PLB with a good regeneration percentage. 95 to 95% germination is occur. Then the in vitro storage achieved can cut the cost for the maintaining the continuous proliferating PLBS culture. Then this is a banana synthetic seed. This is the some examples of or the pictures of banana synthetic seed. Banana synthetic seed with the different types of artificial endosperm. First one is the single layered endosperm. Second one is the single layered endosperm with charcoal. Then double layered endosperm, double layer endosperm with the charcoal. Then double layer endosperm and inner layer with a charcoal, and a double layer endosperm and outer layer with the charcoal. Conversion of banana single layer synthetic seed with a charcoal. This is you see the germination of the banana shoots from a synthetic seed were cultured for 4 weeks, and this is the 4-week culture of synthetic seed. This is also examples or the pictures of germination of the banana from synthetic seed. This is also you see this is the some citrus synthetic seed. This one is the coffee synthetic seed, and this one is the pear synthetic seed. And interference is a encapsulation of shoot tips. Reliable methods to produce the synthetic seed in banana. Activated charcoal improves the synthetic seed conversion as they absorb the undesirable exudates such as a 5-hydroxymethyl furfural and other harmful phenolic oxidation products. Seed coat around the artificial endosperm beneficial for the synthetic conversion. Then these are the some applications of synthetic seed are the seed propagation of sterile plants. Then high efficiency in multiplication. Then next one is the fixation of hybrid vigor. Eliminate the need of inbreed lines to produce the F1 hybrids. Then elimination of the needs of edible seeds for or the tubers for propagation, then multiplication of genetically engineered individuals which may be sterile and unstable during the sexual production, then production of virus and disease free plants, then protection of seedlings by incorporating useful chemicals in the encapsulations material, then provides the advantages of true seeds in case of handling and transporting for vegetative propagation. Then some limitations are also there. The one is the large scale production of high quality somatic embryogenesis is a costly affairs. Then poor germination of synthetic seed due to lack of supply of nutrients. Then sufficient oxygen, microbes invasion and a mechanical damage of the somatic embryos. Then third one is the occurrence of somaclonal variation. Then next one is the special skill are required to carry out the works. Then artificial seeds that are stable for several months require the procedures for making the embryos quiescent. Then artificial seeds need to be protected against the desiccation. Recovery of plants from these seeds is often very low due to the incomplete embryos formation or difficulties in creating an artificial endosperm. The next one is the embryos must be protected against the microorganism. Thank you so much.